Welcome back to the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross Series and the Air Force Nationals. I'm Misha Johnson, of course, at the Monster Energy Sled Next Invasion Tour. And of course, to my left is my good friend Paul Thacker. Now, Paul, let's talk a little bit about what I'm sitting in right now.
This is my new Polaris Razor S. Polaris is obviously one of my big sponsors, and they were kind enough to loan this to me until I'm done using it, which will probably be never. So
do you guys ever get tired of these toys? Every time I see you guys, you have a new toy.
You know, absolutely not, no.
So obviously we know you do tricks on the snowmobile. What kind of tricks do you do in this bad boy?
Well, I just got this, so I'm just getting used to driving it, but we have discussed maybe trying to backflip it into the foam pit.
In other words, you're going to break it in.
It has seat belts and stuff. We'll be fine.
Oh, we're just going to backflip it into a foam pit. How is it that your snowmobile is different doing the tricks than like a regular snowcross sled?
Well, we actually take the stock snowcross sleds and we do quite a few different little things to them. Obviously we have to have a seat grab, so we cut the seat out and have someone sew it. We run screws instead of studs. We do a lot of different things to the shock package. We need a lot more rebound to kick us off the ramp. The race guys don't like it because it kicks them over the bars. We kind of like that part. So we run different bar setups, obviously different skis. There's quite a few different things that we do to differ from the snowcross racers.
I'm here with Jeff Mullen, one of the crazy daredevils here at the Sled Next. So we have a sled standing right behind us. Can you tell the viewers a little bit about this sled and what makes it so crazy? I mean, obviously your sled is different than a normal snowcross racing sled.
Yeah, for sure. We do tons of modifications on this style of sled. They come with a 128 track on it, and I custom built between me and my brother, shortened the suspension rails and put a 121 track, so it's a lot easier for doing backflips and stuff like that. And we put flip levers up on the handlebars. They're off of the sled right now. They're on my other machine, but they're for doing Supermans and all kinds of stuff. And usually if you look down where our feet are on the tunnels, there's flip-up levers for when you're upside down and take your hands off, and all kinds of tricks.
So here we are in Canterbury. Any expectations for your show tonight?
Gonna go out and ride, have fun, and probably see a flip or two.
You're gonna dominate, aren't you?
That's the plan.
That is the plan, my man. All right, you guys, well, stay safe out there, and we're gonna go back to our broadcast booth, so thank you.
Right on, have fun.
Thanks, MJ. Plenty to look forward to on the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross Series. On February 19th through the 21st, the Quick Draw Canadian Nationals are ready to race at Hiawatha Horse Park in Sarnia, Ontario. March 6th and 7th, Hayward 300 at the LCL Casino in Hayward, Wisconsin, and the Nielsen Enterprise Grand Finale at Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, March 19th through the 21st. If you can't get to an event, watch the live stream. There's a link for ISOC Racing at versus.com. Round 1, Heat 2, Pro Stock Qualifying, brought to you by Caterpillar. Well, we've seen some great racing so far. This should be a good Heat 2. Tucker Hibbert. On the outside, though, we see Matt Pichet lining up. New team this year, No Limit Racing. There's G-Train lining up in the middle. Macker, this is going to be a good one.
Oh, this is going to be awesome. Remember, we got that wet, rainy snow out there. It's such a hard-packed, good base. Great hole shots.
Well, they're under starters' orders. Doug Morrissey drops the green. Who's got the hole shot? That's Paul Bowerly.
Oh, Bowerly drills him. Good job. But look who's up right there with him. There's Tucker.
Oh, and I'll tell you what, you never want to underestimate the 68 Artie Cat off the start line. T-Train just ramps out in front.
Check it out, man. He's opening up a huge lead there between 1 and 2. Can he hold it?
Well, we watch them as they go through that U.S. Air Force flyaway. It's a triple and then a double down in the corner. And look at that, Ross Martin and Bowerly getting around T-Train.
Tucker bobble coming out of the triple. You don't see that very often. Did you see Tucker just give him a little nudge there?
Well, he evidently wasn't real happy, and he gives a little nudge to Paul Bowerly, able to work back into second place. But Ross Martin now out in front.
Oh, Martin's out in front, but you don't see Tucker giving nudges like that. If I'm up in front and I'm Martin thinking, boy, I don't want him giving me a little love tap here. I got to look over my shoulder, make sure I stay out front.
Well, one lap down. Martin, your race leader. Excitement early on in this round of Pro Stock qualifying. Let's take and watch as Ross Martin works his way through the back part of the racetrack.
You know, we watched Ross do this so many times. Out in front, stay out in front. Now, can he hold off the T-Train? Time will tell.
Well, down into the plummet, it's still Martin. Tucker Hibbert in second. You see him as he ramps around, taking that outside line into that transition area. The pit board saying, let's pick it up, how far he is behind, and he has made up some ground.
Yeah, he has. He's only a few lengths behind now, but here's the key question. Will he go outside? Will he cut back inside?
Back down underneath. Oh, and he almost gets into Ross Martin.
That was a little power brake action. Check it out here. He's going to come back in. Watch him turn the skis into the turn, against the turn, grabs the brakes, pitches it sideways. If he didn't, it would have been big contact.
Martin still out in front. Hibbert went down low last time, stays on the low line along with Ross Martin. They go into the back part of the racetrack. Look them as they go through the doubles and triple, and Tucker goes huge.
Wow, Tucker's going to take that outside line. Check it out, outside. Can it be fast enough to hold off, catch him, and get by him?
Well, look at him as he goes down. Oh, and again a little contact, and T-Train gets around Ross Martin. Well, peeks over his shoulder and goes, hello.
Check this out. Now, here comes Hibbert. Look at the momentum, how much faster he's coming in, knowing he's got to square up. He knew what he had to do. He had to get on the brake, had to go underneath him, a little bit of contact. You're going to see him look back over and say, hey, remember me? I'm number 68.
Well, the man in black with the white skis is your race leader. Tucker Hibbert on the 68 Artie Cat works around another circuit. He will come around again through turn 5 across the front. It's still Martin in second, but T-Train again powers his way out front.
See how smooth he is? Watch it. Look at the suspension there. He's not bottoming it out. He's not bouncing around. It's just another cakewalk.
Well, and it's another win too. Tucker Hibbert takes the win, and here's your results.
Still ahead, they're lining up for the LCQ, the last chance qualifier. It's win or go home, and the stakes are high. Misha Johnson is mingling and mixing with the fans of snowcross in today's Fan Forum. And Mike Schultz is back. Number 5 is number 1 in your heart. Mike's back in his first snowcross race at Canterbury since he lost his leg in a crash last year. Discover how Mike designed his own prosthetic leg for racing.